we're hearing from clients around the world about the need for crypto. I mean, when you think about, I think some of this rally is way beyond the rumor. I think the rally today is about a flight to quality with all the, all the issues around the Israeli war now, global terrorism. And I think there's more people running into a flight to quality, whether that is in treasuries, gold, or crypto, depending on how you think about it. And I believe crypto will play that type of role as a flight to quality.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Hex Token Channel, Superman Crypto and Pulsechain YouTube, streaming to over 10,000 subscribers on 3 channels around the world. Hope you guys are doing well there. Unfortunately, I've got no news today, so we're probably going to have a pretty quick live stream. I do apologize that, but there's just not much happening at the moment, and this is the way it is. Wait, what? The Highest of Stakes movie hits Apple and Prime Video? Are you kidding? And a whole ton of other streamers? Get out of here. Where did that news come from? Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, folks. It's just warming up. Yeah, boy. What crypto ecosystem has that launching on all the big streaming services? Big shout out. And of course, we're looking at the 28th of November on Apple TV. So it's on pre-order now. We're going to talk about that. How about that? Yeah, boy. So it's a lot of fun. And yeah, I love that. I thought I'd do the old fake out intro. But that's pretty cool. Let's get into it, folks. We've also got the Hex share rate about to jump. It's about to jump in 27 minutes. So we're going to cover that quickly before we get into the chat. So we're going to get into the chat, but we're going to go to the share rate first. Let's go and have a look at that because I don't want you guys to miss out on the share rate. Here it is here. You've got, as I understand it, you've got 27 minutes to get some T-shares in before the share rate jumps from, was it 30,600 to 32,000. So you're going to need 32,000 Hex per T-share for short-term T-shares. And of course, that's 30,600 moments. So you got 27 minutes. So if you were going to do a T-share and you wanted to do it now's your time while we're doing the live stream. Get it. Do not miss out. Do not miss out because the share rate is about to jump. You can see it here on the chart here. Here is the red line. This is the actual share rate climbing. And this yellow line, see that how it jumps there? It's jumping from pretty much 30,600 to 32,000 on the 23rd. So you pretty much got to grab that as you can. That's about to happen. We're about to close the day in 26 minutes. So if you'd forgotten about it, you want to get some T-shares and it costs you a lot less, then do that, right? So do that now. And also we saw the Hex price jump back up again today as well. And of course, we've got this big news about the Highest of Stakes going on all the streaming services starting from the 28th of November. So you definitely want to, let's see what happens to the Hex price first of all. But you want to get that in early. So I hope you guys, grab that opportunity. So you've got, like I say, 25 minutes. All right, that's enough on that one. I've told you guys, you know now. And so you can get in on there in the next 25 minutes. Now you can use Icosa app or something like that to do your stake. Because obviously the official front end is down now. It's all DeFi. So Icosa Pro app's pretty good. And you can use that to do your staking. So if you haven't brought that up, I think it's Icosa Pro, and you can do Hex stakes in the top of there. It is multi-chain as well. So you can swap around between ETHPower, ETHsphere, Ethereum, and Pulsechain, of course. Pulsechain and Ethereum being the main ones there. So I'll leave the link there. Let me go on the Hex tab there. You can make your stakes in here. Just connect your wallet and make your stakes if you want to do that. Very important, right? Obviously, this name of the channel is Hex Token Channel. Yeah, boy. So that is our primary product. So get in there, folks. Bam. All right. Looking good. Let me post that in there. Bam, bam, bam. Looking very, very cool. That is the site if you want to do a Hex T-share, get your Hex and put them in there to do your Hex staking, as it were. All right, let's get into the chat, shall we? I think so, and I thought we'd cover that off pretty quickly. And let's go back to the chat and say hello to everybody. And we're going to get into the next big piece of news, which is the Highest of Stakes, which is amazing. We have Humberto in house there. Yo, cheers, Superman and RH family. Absolutely. Humberto says, if our ecosystem can show some green candles while the highest stakes is on Apple TV, we will go viral. It will be an awesome onboarding tool. It would certainly help go to the rockets, would go to the moon. Absolutely. We need to show green candles. I agree with you on that. We may very well see that. So let's see how we get on. Craig Pitt, morning, everybody. Good to see you, Craig. We got Brian, our community leader in the house there. Sup, folks? Now, if you want to know all about Hex and Discord, get into our Discord. The link is in the video description. We've got a general subscription to Discord. It's $5 a month, 16 cents a day. And we're ramping up the offerings on the Discord. So we're going to be talking about that in a minute too. We just launched, we haven't officially launched the Strategy Club, but we're going to be covering that as well. It's a soft launch at the moment, kind of a stealth launch as we're ramping up our own ability to execute. So there we are. But Brian is amazing onboarding people onto Hex and Pulsechain. So a big shout out to our community leader, Brian. We've got Archie in the house there. Also, Archie crushed it on our first Strategy Club session. We covered PUSD Algo, which is coming up Q1 2024. And of course, that is going to be amazing on Pulsechain. Our fourth stable coin plus an earning system, which is going to be pretty neat as well. So big shout out to Archie. 5-star presentation from Archie. Amazing as well. Bloodfish King, good to see you in the house. Can't wait for the highest stakes in Australia. Yeah. None of us has actually seen it. If you haven't, not in the UK or United States, you probably haven't had a chance to see it. So we're waiting to see it ourselves. We cover it every day, but we've still not seen it yet. So it's hilarious. Crypto Dan says, hello, beautiful people. Hope everyone is doing good. We're doing pretty well, I think. Having a good time. We got Empty Corner in the house. Empty Corner there. Big long-term membership. Let's push that up. Bam. There we go. Woohoo. Finally, I can watch the highest stakes. Yeah, boy. Nice one, Empty Corner. We're going to talk about that in a minute. So stay tuned for that. We will talk about the highest stakes news that's out. Let's go. 10,000 subs. Absolutely stake Hex. 151. Hello, Superman. I think it's just Apple TV, the documentary, not Amazon as well. Well, we're going to cover some of the posts. So my information is secondhand information, but we will be covering that as well. Frankie's in the house there. Hi, everybody. The PLS future will start right now, says Frankie. Nice. I like that. And yeah, it's going to really supercharge. You know, who's the only ecosystem with a big film documentary hitting all the streamers? It's just us. So it's pretty neat. Potentially millions, if not tens of millions of people could end up watching that. Maybe even more. Maybe it could be even 100 million. Who knows? RFX in the house. Hey, Performer. Good to see you. What's up, guys? Let's have a look here. Blockfish King says, looks like Cyberslot's being hacked. I would say, is it being hacked again? I know. It's a nice looking exchange, but it has a lot of funny things happen to it. Drix says, hey, super duper. Hey, good to see you, Drix. Welcome to the chat. Put in Guru as well. Thanks, super. You're most welcome. Yeah, if you want to join the Discord, there is the Discord link. Join up. Either the general membership, which is access to all the Pulsechain, Hex, and all that information in the community, or the soft launch of the Strategy Club. I'm going to talk more about that in a minute, but definitely join up and become part of our community, which is awesome. Hey, Superman, good evening. Will the TYCZ still launch be in January? That's our expected time, Richard. Now, I may end up having Jacob coming up on one of our live streams. So stay tuned for that, Richie. That is being queued up hopefully in the next couple of days. And we'll get all the latest from the man himself, the man, the myth, and the legend. So we'll get on that. Brian's in the house as well. Like it up, folks. Good to see you. And, of course, Creepy Coin, hello. Welcome. And, of course, Empty Coin, a big shout-out once again. 14 months membership. Epic. Thank you so much for supporting YouTube over 14 months. That's been amazing. What else have we got there? Richie Robinson says, blessed to all crypto holders. Greetings from the Netherlands. Who else there? RG3 is going to Hollywood. Yeah, he's lining up in the audition queue. He's the next back in for the what's the Johnny Depp movie with the pirates? I can't remember the movie. Damn it, it's been all over the place. But anyway, Hexavator's in the house there. Hey gang, good to see Hexavator. Welcome to the chat. Also, let's get into it, folks. Without further ado. Let's get into some of the news here. So this here is posted by KDP, obviously. Justin, the highest stakes will be released on Apple TV, Prime Video, Vudu, Google Play, DirecTV, and more November the 28th, just in time to watch for the holidays, Christmas and New Year period worldwide. Yep, we are going viral. And, of course, looking good there. Here's one of the images, the highest stakes on there. It looks so badass. Doesn't that look awesome? That's some great artwork. I love that. That is epic. So we're going to retweet that out. Looking good. I'll post the link to that in the chat there if you want to check that out as well. And thanks Wookie 10K there. Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean. Maybe RG3 will be the backup person for that, for Pirates of the Caribbean there. Trick says it's on fire. Absolutely. All right, that is the link there. Let me post that in. Bam, there we go. That is the KDP link there, and you can retweet that. Give it a follow if you haven't already, and lots of love, of course. Now, Katie says securing Prime Video is a huge deal. Congratulations to Highest Estate team. Some of you owe them an apology because, yeah, obviously people were starting to doubt the second phase. And remember, second stage was getting all the streamers streaming, and it does look like they've got the best outcome. In other words, they just didn't get one of them. Looks like they're going to have all of them just about. So that's fantastic news and huge exposure. This is global exposure. And of course, people are thumbing along on these things. They look at the new releases, so they'll watch the new releases. They'll also, they'll just be, going through all the videos and all the movies, saying, "What can I watch?" And then they'll go, "Oh, the Highest Stakes, that looks cool." So I'll look at that and they'll watch that. And then if they like it, they'll send it to their friends, and it just booms. The network effect just really plays out. So really, is huge exposure. Potentially millions, tens of millions, hundreds of million people easily, and of course that's going to create a lot of attention, but it's also going to have create a lot of attention within the crypto market itself, which is the low-hanging fruit, right? Have a lot of people from a lot of other chains that don't generally interact come in as well, so it's going to be pretty cool, and it's going to silence a lot of the naysayers out there as well, which could be pretty cool. All right, so that was from KDP. We also has Hex Vita out there, another of our top influencers on the X social platform. Breaking, looks like the Highest Stakes is on its way to Apple TV. The entire world might soon have access to stream the best cryptocurrency and Hollywood level produced movie about Richard Hart. That is it. And of course, Pulsechain, Pulsex is officially about to go viral. Another different image there, looking really, really cool. The real story of most controversial figure in cryptocurrency and the fastest appreciating asset ever in this featured legendary documentary. Awesome stuff there. And so really cool on that. Now let's retweet that as well. And I'll post that in the chat if you want to give that a retweet. Looking pretty exciting. All right, let me post that in there. Really great news, folks. I mean, you don't get much better than this. Yeah, let's enjoy it while we can. Woohoo! Coming to a living room near you, says Brennan. Absolutely. Empty Gordon says LFG. Absolutely. Christian says RH looking like King Tut. He does actually. It's funny you say that because I've been watching a lot of Egyptian documentaries lately on some of the big finds and stuff like that. So yeah, that's hilarious. You know how they talk about guys always say some mention of Rome? Well, I think I'd probably think more about Egypt and all that sort of old ancient stuff, but definitely very, very cool. Hey, we've got Crypto Clays in the house there. Good morning. Great to see another influencer in the house crushing it on Pulsechain Hex community. Big shout out to you, Crypto Clays. Appreciate all you do. And we've got Jenny in the house as well, one of our moderators. Good morning. Good to see you. Welcome back, Jenny, as well. We've got another someone else in the chat. I think we have. Let's have a look here. It takes a second to prop up in the studio. Rev 10's in the house here. Hi, all good times ahead, hopefully. Yep, it's you guys have been patient. It's been good news. Crypto Dan says, I went and seen it at the cinema, but we'll definitely be watching it again on Prime. Nice one there, Crypto Dan. We've got Valiant in the house as well. Greeting all. Is anyone else having a problem with the Pulsechain coin list? I haven't been on there for a couple of days, actually. I might check that out. Now, KDP apparently is now working for Pulse Coinlist, so congratulations to KDP once again. Andrew Reynolds, g'day everybody. Another green candle day. Woohoo! Hi, Hex Token. Hey, Andrew, welcome to the chat. Yeah, definitely enjoying the green there as well. Joe Fist as well. Hey, yeah, good. Welcome to the chat. And good. What good things and more in store is bullish. Absolutely. Perfect timing too. And don't forget, we've got the ETFs coming on. Potentially 90% chance for January. If the SEC is finished, taking over crypto for the fascist centralized control. Anyway, we'll move on. Yeah, just wreck the like button on the way in. That's all we're going to say. Exciting time, guys. Welcome to the chat. Very, very cool. All right, so that is the second tweet there from Hexavita, but we've also got Crypto Coffee, the biggest YouTuber in the space in Pulsechain Hex. And of course, he puts out a very good idea here. Pre-ordering can pump the algorithm. All publicity is good publicity there. And of course, you can pre-order for the launch on the 28th. So really do that. If you're on Apple TV, you can manage or cancel your pre-order from your account information, so you can get involved with that. Pre-ordering can get a movie trending. If there's a lot of pre-orders, Apple TV users will see it in their lists. So that's very important there. So good idea from Crypto Copy there. So kind of cool. Get in there, folks. You guys, community plays a huge role in making our ecosystem successful. So get out there and pre-order and things like that. Tell your friends and all that sort of stuff. And let's make it go viral together. We've got a huge potential community. Some people say up around the 300,000 mark when they're fully engaged. Man, what could they do? Could be massive. So spread the word. That's all we can say about that. All right. Tim Thompson in the house as well. What's up, Hexicans? Well, great news today. As you can see, the highest stakes movie is going to hit Apple TV, Prime Video, and many of the other top streamers. So looking exciting about that. All right. We're going to be talking about SugarBeet as well. SugarBeet Stake and Shake, a big protocol launching feature launching on Beetroot. We're going to talk about that later on as well. That's gone live, and you can basically stake your RH stuff. So we'll talk about that too. So this is some of the cool stuff from some of the influencers on X social platform. Now, I wanted to talk quickly about the strategy club before we get into that a bit more. Actually, before we do that, let's play out some of the videos. So we're going to play that on some of the videos here. So this is a little bit of a sneak peek of all the highest stakes that's going to be on the streaming. So let's look at some of these videos at the moment. All right, let's go. Bam.
Richard Art here, welcoming you to the highest of stakes premiere. I really hope that you guys are going to enjoy it. These guys put blood, sweat, and tears for years into this project. Wasn't my idea. Didn't have anything to do with the production. Didn't have anything to do with anything. I was just in a bunch of scenes. Yay. I'm a movie star. No, I'm a clown. The me that you see in this film died, so enjoy it. Humble me is what exists now. What I wished that everyone would get is that there's only a few things in this world that can really change man's relationship with government, man's relationship with money, man's relationship with his time. Right now, we've got the highest inflation we've had since I've been alive, and that's 43 years now. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. And we've got banks collapsing, and we've got bailouts, and all of the things that people predicted would come true that are the reason that cryptocurrency was invented are happening. You know, there's certain countries that you may not have been to that this is life or death for them. You know, high inflation countries where their money is worth, you know, half as much at the end of the next year as it is this year. You got to get your money out of those currencies. And the dollar is not one of those currencies yet. But historically, about every 50 years, fiat currencies fail. Like it's very hard to have a fiat currency backed by nothing that lasts longer than 50 years, it seems. And, well, dollar's been around for a while. So I hope you guys enjoy the movie. You know, I feel that it's wildly important for you to understand that the future really is digital. It really is cryptocurrency. And if you can get around the gatekeepers, if you can get the word out, if you can get people to learn about something that could really change the future, everyone gets rich together. When you get rid of all the middlemen and you get rid of all the waste and you get rid of all the inefficiency, that value, it goes somewhere. And it goes to the people that deserve it, the people that believed. Enjoy the film, everybody.
Hard. Genius.
Legendary.
Arrogant. Bit of a narcissist. The benevolent king.
$250,000. Hate me. I'm farther than you'll ever be in your whole life. Whatever the governments have been doing, it's not worked out. You've never had worse interest rates. Your money has never been worth less. And the only thing that's making it better is cryptocurrency.
Crypto is money without governments, and it is money without banks.
You're not going to meet another product like this as long as you live. Yes, every scammer in the world is going to tell you something similar.
Good morning, everyone. Are you ready to look for some fraud this morning?
They are promising 40% annual return.
Everything I have worked for is staked in Hex.
Good.
I put it all in.
All what?
All over house money.
No, I don't think that it's a scam. because I trust Richard Hart.
If ultimately this is all a big performance art project, people are going to get fucked.
So that means I should trust you.
Listen, I think you should trust me, but if you get into the habit of trusting people like me, you'll get the crap scammed out of you.
All right, I hope you liked that. It was a little bit of a teaser with all the little clips there, but that is coming to Apple TV, apparently Prime Video, and many other streamers as well, as KDP was pointing out there. So looking exciting and perfect time for the beginning of the bull market, right? Beautiful for the ETFs. Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be absolutely great. Let's see what comments we've got in there about that before we move on to the rest of the live stream. What else there? Pulseformer says, I remember sitting in the theater telling my homie I watched that stream live. I met that guy in real life, says Pulseformer there. Andrew Reynolds says, imagine high stakes hitting Apple TV right at the start of the bull. Absolutely. Oh yeah, I smoke weed with that guy, says Pulseformer. That's funny. Bully X says, we got to see those B-roll clips for do though. There's Bully X. I've only got so many clips, so let me just say that. All right, so cool. That is, I think that's we're up to date. Let's move on. We're going to get into the rest of the show. So let me find out where I'm up to. Yeah, we're going to be talking about the Strategy Club, which is not officially launched yet. We're sort of building it up, but we've got probably 5 different sessions coming up already. So that I'm organizing with different people. These are going to be all AAA listings sessions, mate. They're going to be some of the best people out there we're bringing into the Strategy Club to talk about projects, to give you the edge, to get the secret sauce, to get the value that's really focused about. And it's going to be on projects on Pulsechain, Ethereum, and BNB. And so it's going to be really top notch as well. So if you want to join the Strategy Club, the link's in the video description. And of course, it is $35 a month and great value. Get in there, folks, as well. All right. What else we're going to say about that? The next one we've got coming up, by the way, I'll be scheduling after this live stream. We will be interviewing Mike Dean about this, and he is a real super smart guy. Going to be talking about Titan X on Ethereum, so we're going to be talking about that. So you want to get a bit of the edge. This guy knows that stuff super well, including details around contracts and stuff like that. So you don't want to miss that. Tokenomics and all that good stuff. So that is coming up for tomorrow, and I'll be putting out that on the X social platform and other on the community tab on YouTube and stuff like that. So look forward to Titan X with Mike Dean, and he's going to drop the alpha in there. It's going to be really great. You get to ask questions, have a good discussion. It's going to be really good in the strategy room. It's our second session. Now, yesterday we had our first session with Archie talking about PLUSD and Algo coming in for Q1 2024. Archie gave us a 5-star presentation. It was absolutely incredible, and that is still inside of the Strategy Club. So you have to join up for that. So hopefully you guys see you there, and we'll be boarding that up to official launch coming soon. So get in early while you can on that one. Let's jump over to the product there. That's Titan X. That's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow with Mike Dean. So if you're not aware of that, that is on Ethereum. So we'll be talking about that. But we're going to get into the stock market now. Let's go for gold on that. And we got the Dow closes high as tech overcomes NVIDIA slip. So we had another good day in the stock market. That's basically the news there. We're at 0.5% on the Dow Jones at 184 points to 35,273. We're up 0.4% on S&P 500, up 18 points to 4,556. And we're also up 0.46%. 65 points to 14,265. Now, here's the interesting thing. We've been talking about Tom Lee from the manager at Fundstrat about the S&P 500, and he's targeted by the end of the year 4,800 at the top of that move, and we're at 4,556. So really good call from Tom Lee there about that, and his call for Bitcoin, of course, we'll talk about that when you get to the Bitcoin chart, but that's also pretty impressive as well. So he's doing pretty well for the schools. We had a bit of news here around the energy stocks end of the day marginally lower. So we're going to have a look at the commodity prices as well. Let's go do that. We've got West Texas there down $1 at $76.82. Brent oil is pretty much flat at $81.70. Gold is at $1,992 there, pretty much flat. And silver there down slightly is at $23.68. So those are the commodities. And some of the news happening around the commodities is energy stocks end of the day marginally lower, after oil prices cut losses to settle well below session lows, despite fresh signs of increasing crude supply. OPEC postponed a scheduled meeting to November the 30th from the November the 26th amid struggles to agree on production levels, stoking uncertainty over potential output cuts. Now, you know they're going to do cuts. That generally means higher prices and they make more revenue, right? Oil prices were also pressured by a larger than expected draw on weekly U.S. Crude inventories. In other words, taking some of those inventories, putting into supply. Treasury yields as well, after briefly touching 2-month lows. Treasury yields ended mixed on the day, with the yield of the 2-year Treasury up 17 basis points to 4.9%, while the 10-year slipped 5 basis points to 4.4% there, following mixed economic data. Weekly U.S. initial jobless claims missed expectations, pointing to ongoing labor market strength, which the Fed doesn't really like. They're trying to trade off inflation for employment, which is not the best for the people. But apparently it's a greater good, right? Apparently it's greater good. While durable goods for October undershot economists' expectations. Man, if they were monetarists, they'd probably have a lot better view of things. Just play around with the monetary supply rather than do this, sort of a Keynesian type of post-Keynesian type economics. Anyway, so that is the stock market. Let's have a look how far we've got to go to the final Fed meeting for the year. Let's go to the Fed rate monitor. And as you guys know, this is actually looking really good for crypto as well as the stock market there. 2 weeks and 6 days and 18 hours to go until the final Fed meeting for the year, the 30th of December, 1 p.m. Eastern time there. And pretty much we've got the vast majority, 95% of the people, expecting a no change. Now, in other words, a good chance for the terminal rate, that final rate hike there. Remember, don't forget this interest rate hike's been the fastest and steepest in history. So it's been pretty brutal from that point of view. And that was after the Fed. Remember Janet Yellen saying that inflation was going to be low and transitory. And of course, it reached up, was it May last year, 9.1%. They don't know what they're doing, right? That's the whole thing with the Democrat Party. They don't know what they're doing at all. They just wreck things. They're good at doing that. Let's give them an A++ for wrecking stuff. So anyway, we've got the Fed there at in January at 91%, so no change there. I've just got a little bit, maybe sneak up. We've got about 8% there expecting a rate hike, but we're probably looking good for that to stay down. Yeah, even March looking pretty good there. Even a chance, 25% of people thinking we're going to have a pivot, which is the next stage, right? After the terminal rate, having a pivot, and that's looking pretty good for May as well. So maybe March, May, we may get an early pivot. That'd be fantastic for crypto and help fuel the bull market. And don't forget, March to May, that's on either side of the Bitcoin halving. Remember, in April the 17th. So that's good news for us too. So that's why we're looking at the stock market and the Fed, because we want to have be informed about how things are progressing, and it's going to help our investments, right? So that's kind of the play there. All right, let's jump into crypto. And boo, yeah, is that green? Is that green enough for you? Do you like green? Man, that is so good. Yes, that was red. Remember, it was red and pink yesterday. So it's nice to see it green today. And what a pump here! $37,477 at the moment. Absolutely looking amazing. So yeah, it's up 3.9%. Ethereum there is at 2,066, up 6% as well. And we're pretty much green across the board. So looking pretty good there. Uni as well is up 24%. So that's not bad, even though they're fake DeFi. And that the Hex community made Uniswap, right? The Hex community made Uniswap. Richard Hart led the way on that. And of course, encourage people to use it there. Lido, 16% is up as well. So everything's doing pretty well. So Lido there being staking with Ethereum is doing pretty well. So Ethereum up there too. You guys know, if we get, from my point of view, if we get to Ethereum up to 2,300, 2,400, I think we're on. I think we're on for a nice little mini bull run for the Ethereum. And we have got a lot of things happening in the space, and potentially in January. So we're going to talk about that. I love this green. I don't want to really leave the green page. You guys want to leave the green page? I love this green. Looking so good. I love dark green as well. I love dark green especially. All right, so let's move on to Bitcoin. This is the Bitcoin chart. And as you guys know, let's remove the overlays very quickly here. Just have a look at the gloriousness there. Are we going to get a fake out here? Remember we had this fake out back here, manipulative here. We're going to get another one. We've started a brand new day. So fingers crossed. By the way, the share rate's probably jumped now. So the share rate is on Hex has jumped 1,400 XPT share. So that's probably changed. We'll probably come back to that, but I think that's probably the case there. I'm not sure if the daily stats is updated just as a side track here, but that's going to jump. So we'll see how we get on with that. We'll come back to that later in the live stream. Anyway, so hope you guys got your T-shares in other words. Hope you got your T-shares in at the great rewards there. All right, so this is here. Are we getting a fake out today? Fingers crossed we don't, man. Fingers crossed we don't. We already had one of these that was pretty cool, but we are bouncing kind of off the 20 EMA here in the yellow line, so that's kind of cool. And big shout out to Brennan, our TA expert in the Discord on that one. And we've got a 200-day moving over here, and it got a golden cross with the 50 EMA too, right? So it's looking beautiful, beautiful. All right, so let's jump over to, let's add the overlays and have a look at our sort of our macro picture. This is our macro picture here. So with the budget stopgap, we've had that extended to the January. Remember, it was split up too. So we've got two different parts of that. In other words, two different areas of budget that have been split apart. That's in January. So that's good news. We've basically got a nice window of opportunity all the way through to here. In fact, we're going to move that all the way through to, let's say here, probably a good spot there, tier 1. And then we've got Bitcoin ETF window as well, 90% chance of hitting that. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed. The Fed meeting, no change. So pretty much window of opportunity keeps going. And of course, buy the rumor and maybe buy the news. Remember we talked about an analyst yesterday, said it's not going to be necessarily a buy the rumor, sell the news event, but buy the rumor and buy the news. Because this is the biggest thing in crypto is these ETFs coming in. And of course, they won't launch particularly to another month after that. But what we will see is probably a lot of the investment houses that are offering those accumulate the Bitcoin off the market, regardless, leading up to the launch. So they sell it back to their own customers, something like that. So I guess the process, something like that. Anyway, so we've also got Ethereum at the moment. Before we move on from Bitcoin, we've actually got a bit more on the timeline there. So that is the timeline, and we've got Bitcoin halving in April. So really, really cool. You can imagine if we get a Fed pivot in March or something like that, or even May, with the Bitcoin halving, bullish all round. So looking pretty good there as well. And don't forget, 2024 is the year of the US election as well. Man, I'm fingers crossed. I'm hoping we get rid of the Democrats out there and we can get the world back into peace. Back into peace. They always do the opposite of what they tell the other people are doing, right? Their political opposition. They're always the one that is doing it, which is kind of crazy. Anyway, we'll move on. Ethereum there as well. Look at that. Super pump. Looking really good. Super bullish about Ethereum. And if we can break out to the 2400, I think it's game on for altcoin season, man. It's going to be absolutely incredible. And everything's still looking pretty good on the old Ethereum there. And of course, we've got a golden cross here too. Looking very, very cool. Right. Let's actually quickly let's have a quick look at the 50 on there. Let's change that to 50. Bam. And there we are. So, yeah, there's our golden cross right there. Back on the 8th of November. Looking very good for Ethereum as well. So what do we got? We got 12 Bitcoin ETFs, pretty much around 10th, 11th of January. Hopefully we'll get most of them approved. Now that we've got BlackRock, right, that's all part of the regime. So hopefully that will help as well. And then, of course, we've also got 7 Ethereum ETFs to come out as well. So huge potential money from TradeFi coming into crypto, and the implications are potentially billions to trillions. Billions get amplified to trillions. And so it's going to be a fun time the next couple of years ahead. And, of course, a lot of people calling the peak of the bull market, maybe Q1, Q2, 2025. So it's good that you guys are all here early in the cycle, just at the right time. Right now, maybe a month ago is the right time in October, November. So you guys have called it very well. If you've just entered crypto, you've been lucky. You've been able to come in and not have to endure the bear market. So let's go over to the SEC. We've got a bit of an update here. There have been some discussions with the SEC. So Grayscale Investments recently met with the SEC as it continues to seek approval for its applications to convert its Grayscale Bitcoin trust into a spot Bitcoin ETF. In a memo published by the SEC, the asset manager on Monday met with officials from the SEC's Division of Trading and Markets to discuss potential listing matters concerning the shares of the product. So things are kind of looking good. The discussion concerned New York Stock Exchange ARCA Inc.'s proposed rule change to its list and trade shares of the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust under New York City ARC rule. And of course, the meeting comes after Grayscale last month filed a new registration statement with the SEC in its latest attempt to convert the trust product into a spot Bitcoin ETF. DC Circuit Court also issued a formal mandate last month to assert its August ruling directing the regulator to review the firm's application. An earlier filing showed last week Grayscale and the Bank of New York Mellon agreed to have a BNY Mellon serve as the transfer agent for shares of the trust. GBTC intends to list the shares on the New York Stock Exchange ARC under the symbol of GBTC. The issue the shares on an ongoing basis upon approval of its S3 form and separate 19B4 filing from New York Stock Exchange. And BlackRock also had a meeting. Other asset managers, including BlackRock and Fidelity, are also seeking approval from the SEC for spot Bitcoin ETFs. SEC Chair Gary Gensler, your favorite person in the world, said last month that the regulator is doing work on the filing. So there we go. That is some of the latest meetings that are going on. So it's proceeding. So very, very cool about that. And that leads us into, you know what, day 194 of Pulsechain, which is also green. So we're going to talk about that in a second. Before we do, though, let's catch up on the chat. Who else jumped in here? Who else jumped in here? We got up to TinTap. I know that much. Wait, did you say the high stakes on Prime Video? Yeah, that's right. It's on title video, and then that was on KDP's list there. So that's my secondary source. What else? Let me jump through all that. I think I've covered all those comments. What there? Pulse Former says, I love that Lamont became a Hexkin. Yeah, he's the economist, right? He started a whole course covering Hex and Pulsechain for his university. I think he's got his own kind of university or something like that. Then what else we got there? Let's jump through those comments. Shirley Fortress says, happy Thanksgiving to all. Hopefully Pulse and PulseX will be the best turkey tomorrow. Is the day of compilation, says Shirley Fortress. Happy Thanksgiving from Humberto to all our RH family. We have a lot to be thankful for. Check My Pulse says, good evening, Superman and Hex Token family. Good morning to you. Check My Pulse. We've got about 70 people watching, so a big welcome to all of you. If you're new to the channels, if you're on either Hex Token channel, Superman Crypto, or Pulsechain YouTube, smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, and get into our Discord and links in the video description. What else is there? Let's jump through those. Brian says, the highest stake seems to be available on iTunes now. No iPhone, so I can't try it, says Brian. Let me see, jump through some of those. Crypto Claire says, Green Day. Woohoo! Yeah, I love Green Days. It's hard to leave that screen sometimes when it's green. What else there? We got Spike in the house. Hey, Spike's been a little while. What's up, peeps? Hex and Pulse family. Good to see you, Spike. And we got Thoschart as well, another influence in the space. I so called it. Read the highest stakes distribution. Kablooey again, says Thoschart. Well done. And excellent choice. Hello. Good to see you in the chat as well. We got a great turnout today. All right, let's get back into it. Pulsechain update for day 194. Day 194, almost heading towards 200 days since launch. And of course, what we got here, the launch. I was going to play that launch video. We should do it now. We'll do it on day 200. We got quadruple 014 is the price there, up 8.8%. So almost double digits on the old Pulse there. 61% of the sacrifice price. Is still a bit more work to do, leading back to the mean sacrifice price. But that's like 3 times the whale price, so the whales will be happy. PulseX there is at the moment, quadruple 0182, 9.86%, almost double digits. Maybe it will flick over while we're watching. One Pulse will get you 3.36 PulseX at the moment, so that seems pretty similar to yesterday. And the big thing, I love this stuff, is the buy and burn. No one loves the buy and burn more than, no, I think there's a few people that love it more than me, but I do really love it a lot. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Okay, 567.1 billion PulseX has been bought up and burned, and I love the superior tokenomics of Pulsechain. I always think of it like a party balloon with air in it, and it's slowly letting air out, and the supply of PulseX is getting less and less and less. So I really like that analogy. That works well for me. 2.75% of the public supply has been bought up and burned, and we love that. And SEM token at the moment is up 7% as well. One in SEM tokens equals 12,500 Pulse. And we've got over 17 million incentives tokens in supply. And of course, 115,000 have been burned through the TRH protocol from Jacob and the BNB PulsePot team and TYZ team and the PLS team. He's got like 5 different projects. So pretty fun. PHEX at the moment, back over 1 cent. Yeah. Let's go up. Let's go up. Let's do a W in the chart. We got 1.07 cents on PHEX there. PHEX, I should say, not PHEX, PHEX. And we got EHEX at 62 hundredths of a penny. Combined price of EHEX and PHEX is 1.69 cents. Let's see if we can get back into the 2-3 cent range in the next couple of days. That'd be pretty cool. But we have got double-digit gains on PHEX, 14.4%. Yeah, you guys know what bull markets are like, right? When you wake up for a whole week and you got double-digit growth and the stuff goes up over double digits. And sometimes it goes into like 20%, 30% a day, and it just goes boom, 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 boom. And over the whole week, and just watching the money grow on trees, as it were. That's pretty funny. All right, so that is looking pretty good. Let's jump over to the charts quickly. We're going to talk about the future roadmap at the end of the live stream, so stay tuned for that if you're wondering what projects are coming up next. But we will be talking about that at the end of the live stream, just before the X-Day stats, or maybe just after. We've got a nice little green candle yesterday, but boy, did it go down low yesterday, right? We were down all the way to quadruple 055 on Pulse, can you believe it? And we managed to bounce off the Bollinger Bands. Now, I told you guys about the Bollinger Bands. If you study Bollinger Bands, you typically know that maybe we ride the bottom of a Bollinger Band or the top of the Bollinger Band, maybe 3 to 5 days. That's kind of where you might ride it. Sometimes under, sort of unusual circumstances, you can ride it 7 times or more, but really that's typically common as 3 to 5 days, and then you'll bounce back off it, right? Typically the opposite direction. So, yeah, we pretty much did that and bounced back here, and at the moment we're doing not too bad. Quadruple 06183 at the moment. The RSI, of course, is sitting off the bottom here, so we could have a nice little run here. We'll probably zigzag our way up, but the highest of stakes may give us a bit of a boost. We'll see how we get on. We've got up at 40. We've gone from 40 to 49 there on the RSI. So there we go with that. We're going to come back to the Pulsechain chart later on when we go to do the future roadmap. So I'll leave that on full screen for that one. Let's go to PulseX. Let's get rid of the overlays. PulseX here, also pretty similar story here. We got to a low yesterday, though. It was pretty low. We got down to quadruple 016. We're now back at quadruple 01845, and it's starting to ride up. And it's riding faster up than Pulsechain, which is pretty cool as well. So we have been seeing some nice little moves with PulseX. Remember about a week ago it was leading the way. Well, it definitely looks like that too. The RSI is bounced off 40 as well, and back up at 47. So nice on there, and plenty of time to room to move. We also got a higher low in here as well, which is kind of cool too. That was kind of on PulseX. Incentive token there is bounced off a very big low yesterday. We got down to 69 cents, almost 69.7 cents. We're back up at 77 cents on that, but the ratio is probably more important. And we are currently at, yesterday we had an all-time low of 12,383 pulse per incentive. Now we're back up at 12,545. So that is a ticking along there. P-Hex at the moment. I don't know, is that some sort of weird looking W? I don't know, you guys decide. But is it some sort of really ugly looking bull flag? I don't know. Let us know in the chat there, you TA specialists, what you think this chart looks like there. That is the daily. Let's have a look at that. Can we have the weekly on this one? I'm not sure what that even looks like. Let's have a look here. That is the chart at the moment on the weekly. So it's a pretty violent looking chart, really, isn't it? But anyway, that's the SEC week, right? That's the SEC week. And of course, here we go down. We also had the highest estate premier there too. So let's see how we get on here. This is kind of a bullish hammer here, so that's looking positive on the weekly. So let's see how we get on. What am I going to say about that? High, low. Yeah, it's kind of looking good there. Maybe we'll got something going on there. Anyway, so that's PX. Let's jump over to, actually, we're going to do the RSI. Just go to daily and pull that up there. The RSI is bounced off, almost oversold territory, right? Down to 32. And we bounced up to 43. So this could have quite a nice run on the old PX. So don't count that out, especially now we've got the highest stakes coming on streaming. This thing could hyper pump. The whales might just start flooding in here, folks. So just keep an eye on that one. It could start running away on us. Now, the other cool thing is we've got the MACD down here. It's starting to turn as well. Look, see how these sort of volumes starting to change? It's probably going to be doing something like this, but inverted with the selling. And then we might get this cross here, and away we go. Up on the green, get back on the green now to MACD. So kind of looking good, this chart. Bring on the whales. They can move it up 16%, 16.4% at the moment. So see up even higher than what we just reviewed. EHEX as well is on the up ascendancy there as well. Where's Alex the whale? Where's Alex the whale? You're going to wreck the chart again. You're going to make the chart and wreck the chart. Is that what's going to happen there? BankHex, are you out there? You out there too? Why don't you give your Hex back? Give your Hex back to Godwell. Let's have good times. Let's have a good time community. So anyway, at the moment, it's got a nice lot of room to move up there. And we got the RSI is bounced off 35. We're back up at 44 there at the moment. So lots of room to move on EHEX as well. All right, let me jump away from there. Actually, I just realized we're going to jump off there. I don't know what I was doing on that one. What chart is that one? Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about that. So that is pretty much it. Let's jump over to the validators. Validators at the moment, 51,192 validators. We're at record highs here, so super confidence in the chain. Pulsechain really is the people's chain. You can see that around the world. It really is cool. Even in Australia, look, Australia. We've got one in Africa. Look, that's South Africa there. Is it? Yeah, South Africa. And we've got Latin America there. So really, truly are. We're global. We've got 1.64 trillion is off the market, which is about 11%. About 11% of the total supply of pulses off the market. And we've got liquid loans coming out any day now, any day. We're expecting potentially some news today, tomorrow, as I understand it. So that is going to be cool. Looking good there. Let's have a look at the gas prices. Now, gas prices were freakishly low yesterday. Apparently, they were down around 200,000 beats. At the moment, we're at 373,000 beats. 0.7 of a penny for a Pulsechain swap, 0.05 of a penny for a Pulsecoin transfer, and 0.2 of a penny for a PRC20 transfer. We're 2,900 times cheaper than Ethereum. At the moment, on Ethereum, it will cost you $20.40 to do a swap. And, of course, on Bitcoin, 9,387 times cheaper than Bitcoin. It will cost you $4.60 BTC. BTC is very slow and sluggish. So what do we got to say about this? The cool thing about having a fast chain, a cheap chain, and, of course, the full system state copy of Ethereum is that we get to do compounding, which is ultimate in DeFi. So not only is Pulsechain the people's chain, but it really is the one that's going to lead the way on compounding. And that really is what makes a lot of wealth for people, as well as the bull market itself. So we get the best of both worlds there. Volume play and price play together. That's the holy grail. And I love DeFi, and Pulsechain's leading the DeFi way as well. And we can see all that fake DeFi out there, right? So Uniswap, Matcha, all those out there fake, blocking coins and stuff like that. But on Pulsechain stuff, that's really, it's everybody's free to do what they want, and the market decides. So kind of cool like that. So that's day 194, folks. We're going to be starting day 195 soon. Looking pretty good on the old Pulsechain. Now, we're going to get up to the Pulsechain projects. Before we do that, we're going to quickly cover the PRC20s. So let's get into that and see what's going on with the top liquidity pools. We're going to sort by liquidity. We can see that DAI is back up 23%. So you can't keep a good P DAI down, apparently. But DAI is up there, having a little bit of a retrace. Now, it was pretty low on the RSI here, but has managed to get a bump here as well. Did go below Brennan's line here of 0.0033, got down to 0.0029, but has managed to bounce back up to 0.0037 there, up 24%. So not looking too bad as P DAI. The other one, Wrap Bitcoin, is at $83. That's up 10%. What else there? Tropa, which is the magical token there, contract there, is up 93%. Oh, sorry, 23%. It's got 93K liquidity there. Maker is up 9%. Treasury Bill's up 20%. Teddy Bear is up 29% there. Let's have a quick look at Teddy Bear. It's up quite nicely there. Yeah, a little bounce there on Teddy Bear. Let me just log that and auto it. And you can sort of see the chart there for Teddy Bear at the moment, if people are into that. Now, the two big meme coins on Pulsechain that got copied over are SHIB. SHIB is up 9%, and Pepe there is up 27%. So let's have a quick look at Pepe and see how that goes. So that is the Pepe chart at the moment on Pulsechain, and that's bounced off 805,900. It's now at 8,000 almost. Nice little pump there on the old Pepe. And it's got a few projects that have supported Pepe. There's NFTs, Pay You Pepe. There's, I think it's is it one of the NFT markets accepts, is it Pulse Markets accepts Pepe for trade as well. So, there's a few things like that. That's pretty much it on the markets. There's lots of nice green across the board amongst all the PRC20s. Let's jump over to the memes and have a look at the meme coins. We're also sorting by liquidity. Let's go and Axis Mega, make Ethereum great again, is down 8%. Axis Alive is sitting at 4,000, up 11%. RFX Reflux Interest is down 22% on that one. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. That can't be too good for that token. Let's have a look there. Oh, it was actually holding up pretty well. It's broken down the last 3 days there on RFX. And I think Raz the Rich has covered this one, the RFX one, so you can check out his channel on video on that. Hex Orange Address is up 40%. Now, I know there's been a bit of drama about this. I really don't follow it too much, this project, but the chart speaks for itself. It looks pretty amazing, 1 cent. Like I said, this is probably one of the least informed tokens I'm on, even though they've spammed the chat several times with the oranges and stuff. But that is definitely doing pretty well at 1 cent there. 28K liquidity, up 41% on the Hex Orange Address on that one. And that is some of the, hold on, Dodge is up 19% there, 20%. What else is up there? That's pretty much it on those. We're going to jump to the subset of this, which is the 9-inch tokens. 9-inch is the third biggest TVL on Pulsechain. At least it was the last time I checked. and we're going to have a look at the main coin 9-inch here and see how it's doing, because there may be a big buying opportunity here. It may be well oversold. So this is, let's go to the daily on 9-inch Pulse. Remember, we got the biggest TVL projects are Pulsex, which must be, I don't know, 160 million, somewhere in that ballpark, plus or minus 10 million. Then there's PHAX, the balancer fork from PH Universe team. That's an ecosystem. That's their fork of balancer. That's typically sitting around 40 billion, plus or minus a few million. And then we've got 9-inch Dex, right, which is, I don't know, it's ranged at the peak's been 25 million. I think the last time I saw it the other day it was about 11 million. So it might be in that range somewhere, probably 8 million, 9 million. I'm not sure what it is now. But this is the third biggest protocol. 9-inch there, the token there bounced off 5 zeros, 9943 the other day, and managed to get back up to 4 zeros, lose a zero again, back up to 40193. Now, the thing about this is that the price was the sacrifice price, as I understand it, is 1569 or 1570 here, which is up here. So there's just to get back to sacrifice price. This excludes Ethereum, of course, which is sort of additional value. And because they launched on both Ethereum and Pulsechain, that's a 43% gain back to sacrifice price by my accounts, based on their total dollar value divided by the amount of tokens. So that's kind of where we're sitting on 9-inch there. So we'll keep watching out for that. They've had a mixed bag of a launch, and probably the biggest issue, I think, was the APR issue on a lot of the farms, which was misleading. But they seem to have got back on the front foot now, so they've got a chance to build back better, as we say. Build back better. Anyway, so right, that is 9-inch. Let's see what the incentive token is worth as well. Incentive token, big bonus coins. Is that the one? Let me have a look. Is that the one there? I think it is. Is it down to 7 cents? Is it down? Oh my gosh, it is down to 7.7 cents on the BBC incentive token there as well on the Pulse chain. All right, the Ethereum, of course, the meme coins, where the ETH goes at 35 cents. Are you kidding me? It's up 13%. We've got Paul Pleb is at 2,000 with 5 zeros, up 10% there as well. And PLD, Pulse Dodge, is up 8% there at 0027. So they're all come off the bottom from the looks of it. Where'd the ETH go? Let's have a look at this one. Wow, that's the daily. Wow, that really got trounced, didn't it? That was all the way up. As you guys know, we were talking about it pumping, and it got all the way up to $3.14, and it's come all the way down, 90% correction. Wow. But it's come off the bottom there, came off 31 cents up to 35. Man, that's probably oversold, because there are farms there you can earn. We'll see how we go with that one. Always an opportunity when you get this 9% pullback, and they're sort of building back their value. So we'll keep a lookout for that. So that is the meme coins. Let's go to our final category, the Pulsechain projects. This is probably where we're going to jump. Before we get into the prices, we're going to jump to the big news with Beetroot. So let's have a look at Beetroot here. See if we can find Beetroot. That is just launched. It's staking, which is pretty bullish, I think. And this is the daily chart for Beetroot. It's auto-logged that. So we had a big pump today. We had a big pump front-running the launch of the SugarBeet product with the staking there for RH coins. And then it pulled back to 0002, and then it's almost climbing back up here, 0003 on the launch, up 42% with 290,000 liquidity. So decent liquidity in there for the retail book. Let's have a look at the launch. Here it is, 9 hours ago. I was sleeping at this time, so I couldn't cover it at the time. But SugarBeet Stake and Shake has landed, and there are guide instructions there. Beetroot World, SugarBeet, SugarBeet Protocol, SugarBeet World, and there's tips as well. So really, really cool here. There's some tips in there as well. Let's read through a few of these. They're not too long. Make sure you have stakes and PLS to be used for gas on withdrawals and claims. Don't overlook the fine print. Always keep at least a small balance of PLS on the protocol for gas. Don't withdraw the same full amount as you deposit in one go. For privacy reasons, it's better to do multiple partial withdrawals. Even if you're mixed and moving it all straight to a new clean address, even better is some partial withdrawals to multiple new clean addresses. Number 3, to maximize your staking claim your sweet and restake it to compound. You can claim any amount back to either your origin to the compounder, or claim a new clean recipient and start new stakes there. There is the sweet rewards contract address. So ends in 9AF2. Pulsex V2 Sweet Beat is the main pool where there is a majority of liquidity. The PHAX, Pulsex V2 Sweet pools and the V1 pools currently have limited liquidity there. Just note that. But I imagine the PHAX is probably going to grow pretty fast. So let's go. So that is great news from them. I'm going to post the link there as well. And we're going to have a quick look at that product. SugarBeet SugarBeet. That is the launch. Give them a like, give them a follow, and share it around because it's a pretty good, one of our best products on Pulsechain, Privacy Hub, and just launching single-side staking there for all the Richard Hart tokens as well as Beat token there and Sweet token, the new token for the incentivizers. Also allows you to do some pretty cool privacy swaps and stuff like that, which is pretty neat. So there's a couple of other things in there as well. So people responding to that. All right, let's have a quick look at Beetroot World Sugar. Let's go to the instructions there, have a quick look at this. I'm not going to go deep through this, but this is the Beetroot Privacy Hub. That's the product there, SugarBeet, and just launched today. And you can see all the contract addresses. You can buy Sweet in the V2 pool, PHUX pool. And this is all the details on how it works. So you can read all through that, okay? We've already read through a lot about this, but this is kind of the setup here. You can stake, withdraw, and claim your rewards. You can pretty much stake Pulse, Beat, Hex, Pulsechain, Incentive, and Sweet, and you can earn some sweet rewards there, and you can claim them. Pretty cool, right? As well. So looking good. Now read all the fine print, of course, before doing anything, as usual. Let's launch the SugarBeet website. SugarBeet.world is the protocol. You're going to need to connect. So let me just connect up with one of our Play wallets here. And yeah, cool. Always cool to have stuff launching on Pulsechain, especially at teams like this, high quality teams. Really, really cool. Let me just scroll up. What side is it on? This one here. All right. Let me, bam. I got to make sure I'm on the right chain now too, because I've been playing around doing stuff on there. You got to sign. There's a signature request, so you do have to sign that and play in there. And this is the site. So let's have a look. Let's can I zoom that? Maybe I can. Can zoom that, make that a bit bigger. Yeah, there we are. It's a bit bigger. All right. So you can see it's got your balance here in Pulse. It's got some SugarBeet staking there. You can stake as well. I actually might make it a lot smaller because it's probably a little bit big. You can stake your amount there that you want to do. You can just select the token that you're going to stake there. So all the Richard Hart stuff and there, and then you can stake, withdraw, and claim your rewards. Now there is a deposit fee, 1% of staked asset plus gas. So remember that, okay? And of course there is the staking rates there. So 30,000 Pulse, 1,000 Beat, 1,000 Sweet, 170 Hex as well. So example, 1 million Beat staked equals 1,000 Sweet rewards per day. So that is your rates at the moment. So not too bad there. All right. I think that's it on that one. Yeah, read all the fine print. It's all there. You can read it once you connect on there as well. All that stuff, of course, is available on this tweet, which I think I posted, right? That tweet there, so you can get access to all of that there. So nice. Right. That is pretty much it. I think that's it. Yeah, let's go back out. Close out those and good stuff. Yeah, so they do look like they've got liquidity on the other ones as well, so you can check out that too. All right, let's jump over to the price at the moment. Pretty friendly too, 003172, and the market cap 2.2 million. So they've also had about 5 burning rounds as well, 6 burning rounds. So they've burnt tons of their supply. You can check out that. That's probably going to be a good one moving ahead. All right. So let's go back into the rest of the Pulsechain projects, have a quick look at that. We're going to talk about a few other projects, so stay tuned. We're just have a look to see who's to perform best. So I'm just going to sort by performance. So we've got Beetroot at the top there, 42%. Up token, we're going to be talking about Up token. That's a thing coming up soon. So hold on to that one. We're going to be talking about Up token. 27% is the increase there, looking good. We've got Pulsechain there is up 20%. And we've got Halgo there. So Halgo is doing pretty well. That's around Hex. So Up token's around liquid loans. Halgo there's around Hex. So the relationship to Hex there up 9%. Pulsechain there, a GameFi, NFT, DeFi is up 17% there as well. Plant is up 17%. Communist is up 16% there as well. PHUX up 15%. So pretty good increases across the board after the quite a few down days on all of these projects. TRH up 15% there. Communist is looking good. P-Drip up 14%, Fiat up 13%, Pulse Reflections up 12%, Daytona Finance up 10% there as well. So those are all the ones above 10%. Any bad performance today? Ophir endowment token and Texan. So the endowment tokens are down today, 22% on both of them, Texan and Ophir there. And that is just the way it goes sometimes. All right, let's get on to some of the other stuff there. We've also got stable coins, right? So stable coins are doing pretty well. We've got the Coast there is sitting at, where's the Coast one? Coast there is sitting at pretty much 98 cents, 99 cents on the Coast stablecoin. So that's just still ticking away there. Millions of dollars have come onto Pulsechain with the Coast stablecoin. Now you can use Brian's link in the video description. Brian's our community leader, and you get 5,000 weight tokens if you want to onboard fiat currency direct to CST stable, and then buy Pulse and all the other good stuff like that. Now your Coast token is always redeemable. Your Coast stable is always redeemable for $1 as well in fiat currency. So that's really, really cool. If you do buy 100,000 weight tokens and stake them, you will be able to get a 1% fee on those transactions. So it's really good if you're dollar cost averaging in as well. Let's look at the daily on this one. This is the daily chart there. So that yellow line that I've got there is the dollar mark. That's the dollar mark there. So sometimes it just does supposed to get arb back to the dollar, and it's based on the fiat there. Most of the liquidity is sitting on PHUX, not on PulseX. So there's 69K here, but millions of dollars over on PHUX. So that's kind of the play there. We've also got the dummy variable here, PUSD, which we covered in Discord's strategy club yesterday, and that is sitting over $1 at the moment, just as we speak. So that's looking pretty good. And this is the test version of PUSD. So this is not going to be the final version. When the final version comes up, you'll be able to swap this test version, which is live, of course, but you'll be able to swap it for the commercial version or the ongoing one when the protocol launches in Q1 as expected time frame at this stage. Now, we'll be getting Jacob on the show at some stage soon. So we're going to get all the alpha. He's running multiple protocols on Pulsechain. All of them are the top high-end protocols, and of course it takes a bit of a genius to execute them. So it's going to be a lot of fun. They will be getting auditors as well, so that's something for quality control. So looking good there. When you're doing super advanced stuff, you definitely want to get audits in just to give you a bit of a check and balance in the system. They've also got internal auditing going on their teams as well, so that's going to help with that moving forward. All right, so that is looking pretty good. Now, if you want to find more details about that, join the strategy club. The Discord link is in the video description for that. Looking pretty good. All right, let's move on to some of the other cool highlights at the moment on Pulsechain. Fame. Now, Fame is launched from the PX Universe ecosystem, and of course, this has had some awesome milestones today, and I wanted to talk about this. Fame is where you can go short or long on the market, and at the moment, there's 2.6 million in open interest. This means people going short and long, and of course, let's see how many people are going short or long at the moment at the stage. So, oh wow, they've got $2.5 million of people going long, so they're betting the market will go up. We've only got $108,000. That little red mark there is expecting the price to go down at the moment. So yeah, the last couple of days, I bet the longs got all quite erect. But today, everybody is going long, and that is the right move today. So it's pretty interesting. Now, what I want to talk about was there's $3.3 million in the PHL people. This is the money that people can use to bet on the price going up or down. So they're basically borrowing that money. The fees are almost at $1 million. $1 million. I put my little finger up there, $1 million, like the TV character. But that's pretty amazing, right? $1 million. So that's what I want to highlight was this: the fees had really reached an amazing milestone. They've had $237 million trade through this protocol as well, which has absolutely incredible results there. Let's have a look at the app and have a look at the APY at the moment. So those fees, remember, get distributed between the Fame token. So you stake the Fame token, and the APR at the moment is 14.42%, which I think is terrific. That's a terrific one there. And you can imagine you get all this volume, and then if you're in a bull market, you're going to get all the price upside as well. It really is. Volume times price is awesome, right? That's pretty much it. We've got 58% of all tokens staked at the moment, and a percentage of circulating staked is 81%. So that's pretty good too. What else we got going on there? The PHL people, the APR is 51%. Now remember the APR people, so if you provide liquidity in the PHL people, you got 151% APR at the moment, which is incredible. Now, but however, you do take on the issue of if the house loses, then and the traders win, which they have been winning, you just take that into account too. But on the Fame staking, you don't have any of the issue. You just get 40% of the profits shared amongst you, which is $1 million. What's that? $400,000. Which is pretty cool. All right, looking good there on our Fame. I just want to recognize that and doing very well indeed. All right, we've got the dashboard too at the moment showing people buying those also, so looking pretty good. Now, what else I was going to talk about this? I think that's it. I think that's all I was going to say. So that is the Fame looking good. The other one, of course, is coming up. Let's look at the roadmap moving forward. Let's put the overlays. What's coming up on Pulsechain? Let's have a look at that. I will get back in the chat in a minute, so stay tuned for that. We've just got so much to cover, and we're an hour and 5 minutes through, so got about 10 minutes to go. This is all the projects coming up. So SugarBeet obviously launched today, bullish. We had Tetra Dex the other day launched, and we're probably going to go through the Dexes again. It's kind of thing, once they all launch, I need to go through all of them at once. I've done that before, just to give an update about how all the Dexes are going, because they're pretty important in terms of the Pulsechain ecosystem. Now we've got the SugarBeet launch today, so that was on target, looking really, really good. So you can stake your Richard Heart tokens, get some sweet tokens, all that good stuff. Read the fine print, of course, before going in. Tetra staking pool, that's expected to come up in the 24th, so that's coming up on Friday, I believe. So look forward to that. That is Tetra staking coming out. If you got Tetra or you want to buy Tetra, definitely get hold of some Tetra there, and you can participate in the Tetra staking pools. They go really fast, boom, like that. We saw the prison pools just get sold out one after another within like 5-10 minutes. So they seem to be very, very, very popular on that one. Now, Fetch Oracle, we are expecting news from Walrus and Crypto Crazy. Apparently, we were going to get news out yesterday, apparently, but looks like going to be today and or maybe tomorrow on that one. So keep a lookout for that. Not aware before the live stream that anything had been done on that, but we are expecting potential update around Fetch Oracle. And it does look like apparently that Liquid Loans is still on target potentially for November launch, but we'll see about that when the news comes out. And so we've got Fetch Oracle, then we've got Liquid Loans following in after that, and Power City following in after that as well. We also got Barista, which is a Liquid Loans front end with the Bean token from Magic Upright 369. That is also coming out after that as well. Now, don't forget, if you're not testing the Barista on Pulsechain Testnet V4, you might get a little gift for doing that. So you just never know your luck. They have hinted at that. So you might as well get on to Barista and start playing around because you want to earn that bean, and you might just get something from the team. So if you like free stuff, it's probably a good place to go. Looking good. Now, also TYRH V4. We are expecting that potentially still to launch late November, early December. So that could be coming up ahead of us very soon. That's supposed to be a major upgrade to TYRH V4. And we just had the mystery box for the future project there, airdrop, just closed about an hour or two ago. So congratulations if you picked up a mystery box NFT. You're going to get some airdrops from the looks of it for the PUSD Algo project launching in the new year, which looks pretty good. Now, moving past all of this, of course, these are the big juggernauts, right? These are the juggernauts right here. We're looking forward to these. And, of course, these are some of the advanced GameFi protocols there, TRH. Now, also, the world's first peer-to-peer crypto casino. Obviously, this is on BNB pod already. We're expecting a timeline mid-December. Now, we'll be able to clarify, hopefully, some of these when Jacob comes on for a live stream. We've got Randy Alaski's Note token coming in mid-December as well, expected to launch on 9-inch DEX. We've got 9MM Pro coming out as well with the OG 555s. Apparently, they've had lots of trading volume on the old NFT marketplaces. I think it's Beatbox or somewhere like that. They've had a lot of trading. I'm not sure where they dominate their trading on NFT marketplaces. Remember, we've got 5 NFT marketplaces up and running with 2 more coming down the line. We've got Pixel Park and, of course, 9MM Pro's NFT marketplace as well. So it's coming down the line. And then we've got TYCZ in the beginning of the year. That's going to be on BNB chain, of course. And then we've got PUSD Algo from Jacob as well, coming expected in the Q1 2024 as well. So Jacob is working a lot. He's got TYRH V4. He's got Pulsepot. He's got TYZZ DeFi Binance, which could be mega huge. And he's also got PUSD Algo, which could also be mega huge. And, of course, there's been a lot of interest. This is a real secret source. There's been some stuff, a lot of interest from PX Universe and other protocols that are interested in this protocol. What are you guys up to? What could it mean? And, of course, it could be a 4th stablecoin to Pulsechain. So we'll see how we get on with that. But some exciting. And, of course, on top of all these projects, we've got up to over 180 expected to launch. So not all the projects are on here, but definitely some of the juggernauts are. And we're going to keep a track of all those as they launch there. Which brings us into Strategy Club, right? Join Strategy Club because we're going to be getting some alpha from some of the best minds in the space in the Strategy Club. And hopefully that will be a great additional value to give you the market edge. And it's going to be a great place to ask questions and to have good discussions and get some of the early intel as well. We've got lots of cool things in store for that. So join up. Links in the description to the Discord Strategy Club, which is pretty awesome. All right, so that's some of the hot stuff there. Tetra is coming. And, of course, we're waiting for Tetra to have their Tetris staking pools coming up. So it's going to be cool. And of course, we're also waiting for some of their other products to launch. We've got the Omnis here, Dex aggregator has launched, of course. We're waiting for Atlas, the dashboard, to launch as well. And we're waiting for Stratus as well, which is going to be absolutely epic. This is the high-tech stuff. This is like Jacob and the Tetra team. They're doing the high-end stuff. And this is going to be so much fun. Imagine interacting with smart contract just with little nodes and connectors. And you can interact with a smart contract. You don't have to be a developer, but you'll be able to access stuff like that. It'll be so cool. You can set up limit orders. You can have price signals and stuff like that. It's really, really cool. Multiple tokens, all sorts of stuff you could be able to do. It's going to be pretty fun to do that. So lots of cool stuff coming to Pulsechain. This is just a taster of some of the really high-tech stuff that's going to be coming. All right, that leads us into the final update. We've got 5 minutes to go. So let's get into the results here. We've got 1451 is the day results for Hex on Ethereum, 22nd of November. The price there is at 0.6 of a penny, up 17.3%. Yeah, let's see more double-digit numbers ahead with the highest of stakes potentially on the stream is on the 28th. Not potentially, it is coming on the 28th of November as well. When you do YouTube videos, you start using potentially all the time. Potentially, you can read through the lines there. But anyway, we've got the payout per T-share, 6.66 Hex per T-share, so looking really strong there. The share rate, no jump there, but we're expecting the jump today. So we'll have a quick look at the end. 7.02 years is the average mining length. We got a 39% APY. Looking at the ownership pool, we're up 393 T-shares. We've got 9,747,000 T-shares in the ownership pool on Ethereum for Hex. Looking at the lock percentage of coins, 9.4% of all Hex is locked on the Ethereum. Very small penalties today, 73,000. And we've got just under 65 million in the reward pool that go to all those T-share holders, which is pretty nice. Looking at the growth numbers, we're up 39 liquid holders to 31,900. And we're down 5 miners. We've got 119,767 miners on the old Ethereum. Moving to Pulsechain, what day did I say it was? 194, that's what I said. I just got to remember what day it is. 194, yeah, day 194. We've got the 22nd November, just over 1 cent, so we're up 12.7% on EHEX there. And we've got the payout is even better than on Pulsechain is even better than Ethereum. We're at 6.9. We're at 6.6 on the Ethereum chain. No change in share rate there, 30,559. The average mine length, 6.9 years, so it's shorter than on Ethereum. And the payout there, APY, I should say, is 39.29% for existing T-share miners, not for new ones. It's somewhat lower than that, but still very, very good. Now, we've got the change in T-shares there is down 4,000, and we're sitting at 9,791,000 T-shares on the Pulsechain side. Looking at the lock percentage of coins, 9.67% of all Hex is locked on Pulsechain. But in contrast to Ethereum, we got massive penalties today, 5.7 million. The reward pool's looking super juicy there, 67.8 million Hex there going to T-share miners, looking pretty good. Looking at the growth numbers on Pulsechain, we're up 72 holders, liquid holders. We're up 14 miners there, and we've got 124,562 miners. So we're almost 5,000 more miners on the Pulsechain than we've got on Ethereum at the moment, which is kind of cool. All right, so those are the results. We are on day 1452 on Ethereum now, and we're also on a day, what day is it? Day 1452, and what's the other one? Day 195 on Pulsechain. That's it there as well. So we should reasonably expect the share rate to jump. Pretty sure it's supposed to happen today, so we'll see what happens with the share rate based on that projection on Hexfire. Maybe it will happen tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to happen today, so we'll see how we go on the end results. All right, I think that's it. Yeah, Pulse is continuing to move up. So Pulse is at quadruple 06382, looking pretty good. And that is the show for today. What a show. Highest of stakes coming streaming on all the streams, starting the 28th of November. Can't do much better than that. What cryptocurrency ecosystem has that? Amazing. We've got Pulsechain out, Pulsex out, Hex out. We've got over 180 projects launching. It's incredible. So good times all around, I would say. And of course, great to see the SugarBeet from Beetroot launch with the the Stake and Shake, I should say, is now live. So it's really, really cool. Whew. Boy, oh boy, what a day. What a day in the office. And of course, we're going to be setting up the Strategy Club next session number 2, which is going to be amazing on Titan X on Ethereum. So you're going to enjoy that as well. All right, let me see what else we got going there. And jump through all that. Got up to those comments. Let me see up there. We got Hex Freedom in house there. Much love to you, sir. Hey, good to see you, Hex Freedom. Welcome to the chat. Charity says it's on pre-order on Apple TV and iTunes November 28th for $14.99. Yeah, very cool. And I have that on the thumbnail. I think that's on the thumbnail, that picture too. Brennan says cup and handle on weekly, says Brennan. Looking good. That was for the Hex, right? Tintop says, I hope Alex is exhausted at the lows. Delayed gratification fail. Says Tintop. Yeah, the whale, Alex the whale. Now we've got a good developer called Alex McFurter. He's working on Icosa Hedron 2.0, and that thing looks like it's absolutely going to be amazing. I'm not sure if we've had an update about that, but that's going to be a big one. Keep a lookout for Hedron Icosa. You can pick up those for a big deal. When he brings out version 2, it could be quite a big pump in those tokens. Not financial advice, but we're playing probability there. Yellowtail says Alex might buy it higher. Lol. Yeah. Astrid says woohoo. Yeah. And Harry Williams, yo. We've got lots of chants in the chat today. Valiant says a whale. What's it? Whale make a splash, big guy. Yeah. Yes. If you want to on-ramp fiat to Pulsechain directly through fiat to Pulsechain through the CST stablecoin, you can use Brian's link there. And Brian is sitting at number 2 on the link behind Crypto Coffee, which is pretty damn good achievement. So Crypto Coffee is the juggernaut of the influencers in our space. So big shout out to Brian. Go for gold, and you get 5,000 weight tokens. So it's really, really cool. Drop a like, says Brennan. Absolutely. Banana Junkie says, when highest the stakes part 2. Yeah, that's right. We'll see what happens in that space because lots of different things could happen there. I've got a few views on that myself. Brian says part 2 should be called the deepest of minds. Yeah, deepest of minds. I like that. That's pretty funny. Let's see, jump around there. Let's jump through some of those. I think that's it. Is that what? That's what she said, says Brennan. I'm not sure what you guys are talking about. All right, we're going to wrap up there. I will see you in Discord. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, whatever channel you're watching on. Hex Token YouTube, Superman Crypto, or Pulsechain YouTube. 3 channels, over 10,000 subscribers. Smash the like if you love updates around Pulsechain and Hex and PulseX every day, plus all the projects. That's the place to be. And if you want to talk about a few other projects on Ethereum BNB as well as Pulsechain, then join our strategy club. It is not officially launched yet, so you're going to be early member. Yeah, we've got lots in store. We've got at least 5 sessions queued up for that we're lining up. And the next one is tomorrow on Titan X. So we're looking for value opportunities, give you the edge, look at value, have a good discussion, ask you questions, get some feedbacks, all good stuff. And it's going to be fun riding the bull market together, as we say. All right, take care, everybody. Let's play out some music on the way out. I think it's going to be worth playing this one. Let's play this one. Before we do it, we'll play this. Oh, by the way, if I'm going to give you a little bit of a laugh here. So this is Richard Hart. This is Richard Hart, the feminine side of Richard Hart. So check this out. This is pretty funny. I've got to play this while we're doing it. So here we are. That's Richard Hart. Is that just too odd? That's Richard Hart's face over the latest chick. Is that pretty funny? Look at him. That's just too weird. That is too weird, I must say. All right, let's pull up another proper video. Let's actually do a proper video now. I had to put that up. This is so funny. What else we got there? Let me just jump on this one. All right, peace out, everybody. Take care, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.
My $3,000 Valentino Rockstud purse, my $3,000 Prada jacket, $2,000 Prada shirt, $2,000 or $3,000 Prada pants, Prada glasses, Prada hat, Prada bracelet, and it's all Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses, Prada pants, and it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off. Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses, Prada pants, and it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off.
Lil Bubble, let me ride that rocket.